Libra, this reading is for you for October, for the first 2 weeks of October. Whenever you are seeing this or listening to it um, is when you are meant to hear the message. So if you're listening to it after the first 2 weeks of October, then the message is meant for you at that point. So we're just going to get right into the reading. I've already saged and Palo Santo'd my reading space here. Okay, so far this is a really good reading. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles is your first card that came out. So the Nine of Pentacles is all about um, it's all about the word I'm coming up with is nurturing what you have built, and I think that like this is coming up with the so like anything that you have been working on, anything that you've been working to, I guess, refine is the best word that I can come up with, or maybe build or grow. This is all about like nurturing that growth, and it could be in your work, in your home life, um, in your finances. So if you're trying to work on any of those earth-based um, things like work, family, finances, your home, those types of things. It's all about nurturing and refining those things that you've built and that you've worked on. The Page of Swords is your next card. So this one is about learning. It's about continuing to learn, continuing um, to hone in on that. on like the knowledge base that you're building upon. So like if you're really knowledgeable um, about say you're really knowledgeable about finances, um, then hone in um, on that part, like gain more knowledge on that. This card is about gaining more knowledge about something. I'm going to clarify this card just to see what the knowledge that we're gaining is for. And then we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups he is about expressing yourself, expressing your feelings, expressing your emotions. Libra is actually, so they're the air sign that's actually best at doing that. They're, in a way, I want to say in a way. Um, Aquarius is actually, I mean, they're good at like feelings and stuff. But I feel like Libra is more, um, they might be like more emotional than they realize. Just the Libras that I know, they are more emotional than they realize, and if you can tap into that emotion and those feelings um, and that I think that would help you to express yourself more fully. Libra is really good at being like their own person. I think all air signs are actually good about being their own person. They're good about being like the leaders and like the trendsetters and like that sort of thing. So next we have the Four of Wands, and this can be having a new relationship, or it can be having like a really good friend group that you can fall back on. This could be like I'm going to clarify this because could be a new love interest coming in, but we'll see. Um, this could also just be about having a really happy home life. Um, it it's all about celebration, like celebrating the life that you have, celebrating the things that bring you joy, that bring your life meaning. And then we have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is sometimes said to be like um, a he's sometimes said to be like a dreamer, but with this card, I sometimes I normally get like that like head in the clouds sort of thing, but on this one I feel like it's more of like a follow your dreams. I see there's like a cup down by his feet, and I don't know if I can get okay, there we go. So there's a cup down by his feet, and his feet are like kind of dangling from the clouds. So what I'm getting with that cup by the feet image, it seems to me like it's almost like it's like a you need to ground yourself to express yourself, is if that makes any sense. I'm going to clarify that card as well. But that's like a that might be just like a specific message that I'm getting for somebody, to ground yourself, to express yourself. So I am gonna just clarify these cards. So I want to clarify the Nine of Pentacles. What are we nurturing? What are we nurturing? What is Libra nurturing? I don't want to say we because I'm not Libra, but what is Libra nurturing? What do they put in the work to see the fruits of their labor? So you got the another Four of Wands. So I feel like this is like nurturing um, your home life, like nurturing your family, your friends. Um, you are you're spending time with the um, you're spending time enjoying your your family and your friends, and like that seems to be like the thing that you are primarily focused on at this point. So I want to clarify the Page of Swords as well. Page of Swords clarification for Libra. So I love this because you have the Fool. You got um, two major arcana cards. So what that tells me is that um, there is maybe something that you need to learn, something new that you need to learn, especially with the Fool coming in. So you have the Fool and you have the Empress. So the Empress is she is all about like being like pampering. Like I want to say like it's about like pampering yourself, but so she embodies like the feminine. Um, she is she is all about like giving herself love and expressing her love through, how do I want to say this, like through, I guess the way that I'm thinking about this is expressing your love to others the way that you express your love. So like if you express your love by doing things for somebody, then do that. If you're expressing your love um, by giving gifts, then do that. Um, if if we're looking at the Empress in relation to the Page of Swords, I think it is like really, it's about tapping into that Empress energy and gaining knowledge about that Empress energy. And I just want to I just want to clarify that real quick because there's something I feel like I'm missing with the Empress. So abundance, material comfort, sensuality, security, and emotional support. Um, yeah, so it's about like femininity, fertility. Like if you want to have kids, then you know, and happiness in a relationship, harmonious. I want to put that up there. Okay. Um, so so anyway, so learning how to tap into that feminine aspect of yourself, I think is what the Page of Swords here is trying to tell us, is that um, is that you're on a learning journey on how to tap into that feminine energy. That means like expressing your feelings more accurately or thoroughly, not being afraid to express your feelings, not being afraid to experience those emotions and feelings. Um, you know, if you've been hurt in the past, then it would be it would be about opening your heart up again to maybe to love, but I'm not seeing anything about the Four of Wands. I guess is a love card, but I'm not seeing anything major about love here. So I want to clarify the King of Cups. Oh, so we have the Two of Swords for the King of Cups, and then another one fell out. So we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is, I don't know if I get that. Okay. The Two of Swords is about being oblivious to something. So she has this blindfold over her eyes. On this card, she's walking a tightrope. But the Two of Swords, the person in the Two of Swords always has a blindfold over their eyes. It's about not seeing something or being oblivious to something. This could also mean making a decision um, about something um, without seeing it. Like the best way I can describe that is kind of like seeing is believing. It's kind of like taking taking that logical aspect out of it and going with the emotional aspect of it. So, and that's going to be hard for some of you, but that's something that I feel like you are going to be working on in the first 2 weeks of um, of October. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So this is this is a new energy that is coming in with the Two of Swords. So the new energy that's that's coming in with the Two of Swords is I think it's like it's that it goes along with the Fool of the Page of Swords. So they kind of go hand in hand with each other. Like it's that it's that trying something new. That's what I'm getting from this. So you're going to be trying something new, and this is like this can bring in some creative energy with that Two of Swords, or oh my gosh, Two of Wands and Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Wands, you might be bringing in some creative energy. That might opening up your feelings might open up your creative energy. So I have the Four of Wands next that I want to clarify. So let's clarify the Four of Wands for Libra. Clarify the Four of Wands for Libra. Oh, and I think I saw that that was the Lover's card before it fell. So maybe there is a new love coming in. Yep, that's the Lovers. Okay. So this could mean, let me get closer. I love this card. This could mean that there is a new love interest coming in. It could also be um, there's I'm going to clarify this one too because it could be a new love interest that's coming in. It could also be that you are accepting love, that you are ready to accept love and give love. Because if you're in that mode of readiness, then something then maybe love can come in. This could also mean making a decision because you have the it's the two. The two people on here are it's about making a decision. And I am I'm focusing on the roots down here, below this guy here. I'm focusing on the roots there. I think that this is like that. This might be a specific message for somebody, but this is like going back to your foundation, to the roots um, of expressing. Well, I don't want to say expressing because that's not the that word I'm trying to find. Going back to the roots of love, like taking all of the past out of the equation and going back to how you used to feel about love. I think is that's the message that I'm trying to convey there. Okay, so we're gonna clarify the lovers because I want to see if this is a love interest or if this is a decision. Okay, so you have the King of Swords, which does not make any sense in this. Um, it could be that the person coming in is in the King of Swords energy. So he is intellectual. He's quick-witted. He is, and I don't mean he um, as in like a male figure. I mean he as in the energy. So it could be that that this person just has a lot of like male energy, uh, even if it is a female, like or if it is a woman girl. And the King of Swords is usually they're usually pretty, I want to say like they're pretty stoic. This could also be an energy that you're in right now, like the King of Swords energy. So take it how it resonates for you. You could be in the King of Swords energy. The King of Swords is not, he's not very, he's not emotional. Like he doesn't go on his emotions. He kind of goes on like logic and reasoning and goes by that and uses more head over heart sort of stuff. And then I want to clarify the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, you got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, so she represents being your own, like being your own person. Like she's like in here, like on this card, I'm seeing that she's kind of like dressed really blingy, and this is kind in my mind like this here how she's dressed. She's kind of just like doing her own thing here. She has this like gorgeous purple hair. She has this really pretty sequence dress on, and she's holding this gorgeous wand of flowers here. She's just kind of like running the show here. This also could be a this could also be like the dream that you have of yourself, being comfortable with yourself, like being comfortable in your own enough in your own skin to express yourself this way, to express yourself freely. I think is the word that I'm trying to find. Because if that's in relation to the king or the Page of Cups, that would be like having a dream of being able to express yourself that way, or desire to express yourself that way. Oh, excuse me. They want me to go here. think that this is like, this is a powerful, this had a powerful feeling to it. So we'll read this one first. It says, "There is medicine in my shadow." And she has an owl on her head. So this one is number 37. So it says, "Light and shadow each play a vital role in our growth. The dark and deep is a valuable and light is as valuable as light and easy. When we accept that they coexist, we can embrace our shadow without letting it define us. As messengers of the night, owls navigate darkness with clear vision and instructual wisdom. Owl is here to support your inner journey and awaken your ability to sense in the dark. Some of the greatest artists, healers, teachers discover their most profound gifts in this realm. The medicine of your shadow taps you deep into your intuition, develops empathy, and is an opportunity to turn weakness into strength. Know that this deeper feeling awareness will ignite an unwavering and powerful core fire within you. As you share your light, do not shun your shadows. Cultivate compassion for every shade of your being." So this is saying to delve deeper into your shadow, to gain this ability to deepen your emotional and your emotional being. And then we have this one, which is great for Libras: boundaries. It says, "Healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced." Let's see if I can get that on there without it glaring. So this is number 3, if you guys are paying attention to any sort of number stuff, any numerology, that's what it's called. So this one says, "Boundaries. Healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced. Setting healthy boundaries is essential for our physical and emotional well-being. We each have a need to care for our unique nature, enforce certain limits, and maintain self-respect. Tune into your central power source as you create and relate to the world with healthy boundaries. When your boundaries are too weak, you may give away too much, let too much in, or set yourself up for unhealthy dependency. Yet, if your boundaries are too tight or thorny, you may become tense and isolated. Either emotion or either extreme can be physically and emotionally painful over time. Recognize habits that drain your energy and discover oh my gosh. Recognize habits that drain your energy and discover this tender balance for yourself. The positive impact of healthy, clear boundaries will ripple into every aspect of your life." Okay. And there's more about finding your boundary, or about setting boundaries on here, but I'm not going to read through that. The best way to set boundaries is to like, if you don't want to do something, like if you absolutely don't want to do something, if somebody's asking you to do something and you just don't want to do it, just say no. It's going to be very uncomfortable first, especially if they try to guilt you into it. But like, they try to guilt and manipulate you into it, then it's hard to say no when you're used to always saying yes. And if you find that there's something that is draining you, I, I mean, work is one of those things that we all just kind of have to do. So, um, but if you find some other aspect of your life that you feel draining, then I would say to set that boundary with whatever that is, to limit your exposure to it, whether it be a person, a place, or um, a thing. But it usually it's like it's being being too exposed, especially if you are in a very vulnerable state. It's being too exposed emotionally. Um, okay, and then this one says, my emotions move through cycles and connect me to my truth. There we go. And this one is number 9. So it says, we are cyclical in nature and fluctuate. We ebb and flow, rise and fall, con- contract and expand, and everything in between. Our cycles are a gift and carry deep and rich wisdom. Embrace your cycles and know that they inspire heightened intuition and creative genius. They are also they also unearth buried desires, reveal where self-care is lacking, awaken directive inquiry, and invite you to truly feel your rhythm. If you resist your essential nature, you may feel disconnected or lose touch with your ability to self regulate. Your body informs and guides you. Pause and feel. Stagnation may be a call for change. Feeling stuck may be a sign that you need to move. Weighted down with clutter may be a nudge to make space. Give yourself permission to feel your full range of emotions and your multifaceted nature. This is a key to your vitality and wisdom as a woman, if you are a woman. And then this just goes through a meditation that you can do for the next 28 days for the moon cycle. It's essentially telling you to meditate for the next 28 days to because that would be the moon cycle, and that helps you to tap into your emotions to help move through those emotions. They want me to go here next. So this is the Four Agreements cards. And I keep focusing on one of these cards, and it's going to fall out for one of the signs. Every single time I pick up the deck, I always see it. Oh. Alright, check these and see if they want all of these. That one's a yes. That one's a yes. And this is the one I keep seeing, so this was meant for you guys. Oh, so all three of these are be impeccable with your word. It's saying what you mean and meaning what you say is essentially what being impeccable with your word means. And sometimes Libra, that is, I want to say, I don't want to say out of balance, but Libra that is out of balance, um, is usually like they're very like people pleasing, and they say things to people to get them to like them, or they say yes to things that they don't really want to do. And I think that's where all of this comes in. It's like tapping into your emotions so that you can kind of like focus on what you actually want, not what the world around you wants. So this says be impeccable with your word, manifest your true intentions, and that's where this dream card comes in at. So this says, regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will be manifested through the word. So everything that you say, that you speak, it could it could come into existence. So if you're going into work and you're like, it's gonna be such a bad day, you're probably gonna have a bad day. If you go into work and you're like, I'm gonna try to have a good day, you're probably gonna have a good day. Now, is that 100% of the time? No. Um, but most of the time, if you tell yourself that that you're gonna have a good day, you're probably gonna have a good day. You're probably going to have more of an ability to tolerate to tolerate life, as a working person, when you go into it with a positive attitude. Be impeccable with your word. Enjoy heaven on earth. And this is the card that I kept seeing. It says impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom, success, and abundance. You can attain the kingdom of heaven from this one agreement. Be impeccable with your word. So this also means like to be honest with yourself. Like that's what this comes in at, and that's where all of like this whole reading comes in at, is to be honest with yourself. Get honest with yourself. Get honest with how you feel, with your emotional state, with your dreams. Like get honest with yourself, and that's where I think this is coming in. Because if you are getting honest with yourself, if you're being honest with your true feelings, your true intentions, then you can manifest abundance into your reality. Be impeccable with your word. Become a white magician. Even if you're black, you can become a white magician. All the magic you possess is based on your word, and you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from a spell. So this is so I think by white magician they mean like good. I don't like that. I don't like that they're like saying like white and black, good and bad. Um, but past that, uh, this is telling you to not spew gossip. Don't spew hate. Don't spew bigotry. All of that, all of those things, you are you're putting hate out into the world whenever you do that. Now, are you going to listen to gossip? Probably. But if you continue the cycle of gossip, then it's it's not it's not your baggage to hang on to. It's not your baggage to convey, to share. That is somebody else's baggage. So this is like, because if you, I guess like even like the last part, it says you can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone with from a spell. So it's like making that decision um, to not continue that gossip. You're releasing them from that, um, from from it spreading, because that's the last thing that anybody really wants is for that, for some sort of gossip to get out about them. They want me to go here. Oh, well, okay. It was like I automatically picked up the deck and that one fell out, so we'll go with that. And I feel like they want me to do another one, but we'll shuffle and see if the energy changes. Okay. I think that's, oh, okay, so there are two in there. So you have Karos, Karios, and then you have the dead end. So we're going to do Karios first. Okay. So it says, we have all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt at time or it may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk, or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Karios. This card suggests that there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond an earthly clock and schedule. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. It says, the word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness, when it becomes our nourishing fruit, sweet to the lips. Compare the Greek words chronos and kairos. This will guide you to an understanding of logos and mythos. So this is all about synchronicity and the perfect timing. Um, I do like that it's like it's about like listening to your intuition. That's what one part of it was saying. It's about like listening to your intuition. It's the I like the eye on there. So the eye looks like it's like an animal eye, like maybe like a cat eye. And so when I think of cats, I think, well, all animals, but when I think of cats specifically, cats are like supposed to be connected to the spiritual realm. So I I know it doesn't say anything in here, but about like connecting to that spiritual realm. But maybe for some of you, that is a message for you is that you are on a journey of spirituality and you need to connect more to your spiritual self. And then we have the dead end. So give me a second. The dead end. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is a thick, dense, uncompromising as it is thick, dense, uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist. It's very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept it, if you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. So, I think that's pretty much self explanatory, but you're at an end of a cycle, and this is saying that the end of the cycle is here, and you're about to start a new cycle. And that's where that fool comes in at. You're starting a new cycle. Um, trying to see if there's anything else on here about starting. Oh well, the ace of wands could also be starting a new cycle as well. So something is ending, but something also is beginning, and it's not. It might not be what you planned, but it's really what is universally planned for you. It says reflect on dead ends in your past that led to unimaginable wonders. The moment you accept the ending, a feeling of grace will arise. Doors begin to open, both inside you and in the world. So it's like accepting the end and not resisting it. Because whenever you resist it, you're literally just fighting against yourself. You're fighting against, like, I don't want to say like your destiny, because some people just don't believe in destiny, but you're fighting against um, you're just fighting against life. Just like it says in here, you're fighting against life. When you are resistant to something, it's gonna happen one way or the other. Um, it's gonna happen maybe later than what it could have, and it's probably gonna cause you more pain in the process. It says, note that most stories and movies, the moment the protagonist reaches the dead end, something riveting happens. You are the protagonist. So you're the protagonist in your own story. And it says acceptance. So it says acceptance, humility, relief, reverence for change. I like that. I like that for you. So, not a dead end, it's a new beginning. And if you liked what you saw, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you want a bigger picture on your energy at this time, you can watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you don't know your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I usually use the astro-seek, seek.com website to look up my birth chart. So, and I think that that is the end. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Libra. And until next time, goodbye.